I was at work one night when my sister called me hysterically crying. After talking to her for quite a while, she told me that she had been depressed for the last 3 months and that a few nights before she was actually having suicidal thoughts. She said that she was lost, felt broken, felt like she was stuck in a hole and that she just couldn't get out. I felt heartbroken when I got off the phone with her. I didn't know what to say and I didn't know what to do for her. My name is Molly Riffle. I'm an EMT and I work in an emergency department. I see mental health disease every single day. I see people who don't know what to do and don't know who to turn to. I am here today in hopes that I can give you some resources so that you don't have to feel the way that I felt. I am here to explain to you the increase of mental health disease over the past 3 years, to give you resources to use for yourself or for others around you, and to show you how we can be there for each other to help when someone is in a crisis like this. Everyone remembers COVID. Everybody remembers feeling lost at some point or confused or broken with the amount of loss that each of us suffered and the amount of heartache that COVID caused. I know that we can all remember at one point or another just feeling lost and confused. Here we have some numbers. Prior to COVID, this is January to June of 2019, according to the KFF, only 11% of people said that they had symptoms of anxiety or depression. 11%. By January of 2021, that number jumped up to 41.1%. That is 4 in every 10 people. And that's a lot. According to the AAMC, those numbers are pretty accurate, but they tell us that that number has dropped a little bit now, and it is 33% of people who currently, and that is of June of 2022, who currently still feel symptoms of anxiety and depression. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, what can I do about this? Well, let me tell you. According to the AAMC, there is a gap between need and access. That means that there are not enough in-person resources for people who have anxiety and depression. They actually state that most counties lack a single psychiatrist. So what do? How should we be expected to maintain this, to keep people safe, to keep people from feeling so depressed that they become suicidal? How do we do this? Well, the good news is that we have the internet and we have tons and tons of resources. This is one here. This is called the Sprout Health Group, online at sprouthealthgroup.com. I've attached their phone number here as well. They are an online mental health care resource where everything is free. So they have online chats, peer-based online forums, self-guided interactive therapy, and so much more. Besides being mental health care, they also help with financial hardship resources, crisis resources, mindfulness resources, exercise resources, and even addiction resources. They're great for us to know so that if we run into the situation where we see somebody or around somebody that needs help, we can pull this out and we know this website. This is another great one. This is mentalhealth.gov. They have a lot of suicide prevention. They have a disaster distress hotline. They have a lot of resources for veterans. And then they have a whole section on how to cope with COVID-19, where they go over coping with stress, coping with grief and loss, and then how to stay up to date with COVID as far as the latest vaccines and what the CDC is saying. If you are somebody who wants to take action in yourself and wants to be part of the solution for this, I encourage you to do so. But what can we do every day to help? We can be there for people. Be there for the people who you've noticed are starting to show signs of anxiety or depression. They're starting to not want to come around as much. They don't talk to you as much. They seem sad. They seem like just something is wrong. Be aware, be open to realizing that and to seeing that, and let them know that they're not alone. that there are resources out there and there are people that love them and support them. Offer help, offer education. Pull out these websites, tell them, these are websites, these are places you can go to get help and to seek help. Help them get help. That's a huge thing. When my sister called me that night, that's what she needed. She needed help getting help, and she didn't know how to do it. So I was able to help her actually get an appointment with a psychiatrist, which I will tell you, it was a month before she was able to get in. So in the meantime, we found some online groups, and she was able to talk to people who are in similar situations as her, and she was able to cope really well with that. My hope for you guys as we leave here today is that you'll realize how much mental health problems have increased over the last 3 years. Realize that there are people in your life who are going through these, who face these every single day. My hope for you is that you feel confident in knowing that there are resources out there. Whether you use them for yourself or you use them to help somebody else, there are resources. I hope that you feel like you can be part of the solution. I hope that you feel confident enough in knowing that there's resources that you can help somebody. If you or someone you know are feeling anxious or depressed, please reach out to somebody. Please find help. You are not alone, and getting help is okay. I've attached here just a couple more resources that you can use. These are the 741. You can call or text them, and it's for 988. You can call them, and they are trained crisis counselors. So there is help for you. There is help for everyone. Be part of the solution. Help somebody get help. Help somebody know that they are not alone. We can all do this if we stick together.